Hello and welcome to yet another live stream. This is Objective Garage. My name is Taras, and basically I build cool shit, whatever it is. Right now it happens to be headlights, and I have some decent progress on these that I want to tell you guys about in just a minute. But before that, I wanted to Sorry, I need to stop moving so much. Anyways, before I tell you guys about the progress that I have had with this Joule retrofit that I'm doing currently, I just wanted to give you guys an update for those that have placed some orders for some headlights. I will be tomorrow. I'm going to be knocking out some of these. Ooh, which reminds me, I gotta ship these out. These are the ones that I gave away right there, but I gotta build 2 more sets just like them. Show you guys what those look like. So these are the giveaway set. These are gone. These are getting shipped out. I have to finish those up too, by the way. There's just one little thing I gotta do on the back of it that I have to make a little reel about. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update on the orders. So I'm going to be trying to knock those out this week, at least the single projector orders that I have, which there's 2 of them. And then, meanwhile, I'm still going to continue chipping away at this Joule retrofit. Could I have had it done already? Sure. Hello, there's one person in here. Nice to meet you, sir, or lady. Could I have finished this Joule projector mod already? Yeah, I could have. But the thing is, I'm trying to optimize the process. I'm trying to make it so that it's the same every time, and so that I'm trying to make it so that doing this retrofit, this Joule install, is more of like kind of putting together something that you can buy and just assemble, versus having to do like 1,000 hours of just sitting here grinding Bondo, it's just a mess. So I decided that that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to try to make it an optimized, streamlined process. There it is. And make it easier. And like I said, these files are going to be available online for free. So if you are, if you can do this yourself, I don't care. Go ahead and do it. Doesn't bother me. But here is the progress on the Joule. And this place is a freaking mess. This is all, which kind of looks cool, I'm not gonna lie. What's up? Hey, we got 2. Anyways, this is just me cutting away, trying to modify this shroud to fit. So if I take this off, this is actually a very elaborate mod. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let's sit you guys down. Okay, so if I take this off, you will see that this is actually kind of a lot of just R&D. Like, this took me forever to make. Here, let me unscrew this real quick so I can show you guys what this looks like. I'm not sure what you are saying, Corbin. I don't it's just giving me like weird characters. But anyways, Okay. So this is the piece that I'm going to have to try to recreate, obviously with some sort of plastic or some sort of, something. And it is actually kind of involved because it's got this pocket here where, if you can see that edge of the headlight, that actually goes into there. So it's kind of more of like an OEM. This is literally as OEM as I could possibly make it. This has taken me forever to try to model. And like I said, obviously you can see I've been just doing it by hand. I tried to do the 3D scan, but the software that I'm using Fusion 360, and it's actually pretty good software, but I'm not super duper familiar with it. Here, let me turn you guys around. So the software that I'm using to make this, to try to model this, is Fusion 360, and it is, like I said, it's great software. The problem is that I've never really used it. I've always used SolidWorks or some free version of something that's just crap. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, and if you guys have been following along, you guys saw that I have scanned and modeled this headlight, and so now I have basically I have all the information that I would need in order to get this position of this shroud, or of these jewels in this headlight. So I have that, so that's done. But then when I went to go model, the factory version of this, I just ran into a bunch of issues, and it's just been taking me longer than I would like, and that's not even getting started on the modification part of this. So that's why I decided that I'm going to just build it by hand. Obviously, building it by hand, it's not perfect. There's, I'm still going to have to put it in probably Fusion 360 and, make it, smooth it out, make it all even, make it all, actually usable, because, well, you can't use this. So, but I figured that this is my thought process. I figured I'd model it on here, then I would gently cut away, the actual model from just the stock headlight piece. And then I would 3D scan that, and then, just struggle my way through getting it modeled in Fusion 360. I figured if I'm going to be struggling in Fusion 360, I might as well struggle with this instead of making this and then still having to, or making, doing this, and then still having to model, this exact piece anyways. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. But this is looking pretty freaking cool. This is by far the most intense retrofit that I've ever done. This is pretty dope. So, as you can see, the mess is real. Just cutting away little chunks, making a block and then just shaping it. Literally just cutting, grinding, sanding, smoothing, and just over and over again until I have what I have. So, tonight, I think what I'm going to do is, first of all, clean all of this up. This is probably going to take forever to clean because I have dust literally everywhere. I need to make some sort of separate little room for grinding, cutting. Well, cutting's not that bad, but just the grinding the dust is just unbearable, especially down in this area now because it's just too nice to be having to clean all the time. I'd rather just keep it clean, you know what I mean? Anyways, what's next? Well, you turn this bad boy on. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Yeah. So I was gonna take you guys along with me just to chill and watch me clean if that's what you're into. So I'm gonna set you up somewhere in this here. Nah, it's not a basement, it's a studio. I'm gonna set you up somewhere in here and we will just go to town. Hopefully I can get this cleaned up rather quickly, but probably not, because if you look at over here, I've been also sanding on the belt sander, which means everything is covered in dust. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's get to it, I guess. No point to wait around. No, it's not good. It's not bad. All right. I guess let's do this. Oh man, this is such a mess. Anybody in here, I'm currently cleaning up this space because it is disgusting. So should probably play some music or something. But I don't got no music to play. Also, by the way, I meant to tell you guys. By the way, also, whoop, hey, whoa, hello. Whoa. Yo. Also, by the way, if anybody knows anything about modeling and is better at reverse engineering than I am, please, if you have some time and you want to help, reach out and I'll send you the scans that I have, and I'm gonna scan this part. I'm gonna try to get it scanned tonight. I'm gonna try to get it cut off of this shroud and scanned tonight. And that way, I mean, if you, like I said, obviously you don't have to help, but if you do have time and you want to help, I don't mind sending you the scans that I have, and you can work with them, see what you can do. So let's get back to cleaning. Hello everybody. We are currently cleaning up the workshop studio area, and yeah, let's do it. All right, and we're building some cool headlights in the meantime. Well, not really in the meantime, but kind of in the meantime. But yeah, this place down here is just a mess right now, and I hate it like this. I spent 3 weeks every single night down here cleaning, just to get it all messed up, all dirty, all gross, in like one night working on these Joule retrofits. So, you know, gotta get it cleaned back up. But yeah, I can't believe that I have this much scrap from making that little tiny model, I guess you could call it. I'm not really sure what you'd call it, but this was so much fun. Actually sitting here and carving this headlight, it was pretty cool. But I was thinking about so I'm gonna start doing live streams every single, well, I'm gonna try to start doing live streams every single Tuesday and Thursday, probably around noon. So I'll be on tomorrow, and tomorrow, like I said before, we're gonna be working on some single projector retrofits for the 2G Eclipse, and that actually is a very simple process. I have a video out. If you want to see the video, you can go check that out. But it is a fun little mod that anyone can do, and that, like the Joules, the part files are available online. So if you want to build your own set of custom headlights for a 2G Mitsubishi Eclipse, reach out on Instagram, get a hold of me somehow, and I will send you the files. You obviously have to have a 3D printer, or you have to be, you have to know how to 3D print, or know somebody who can 3D print. But if you can do that, then you can build yourself a pretty cool set of headlights. Also, by the way, if you want to do the work yourself and you just don't have a 3D printer, let me know, I could print the parts for you. Obviously, you have to charge a little bit for them, but it'll still save you a ton of money. Well, this didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take to clean this up, but the dust is what's going to kill me. I'm gonna have to be walking around here with a vacuum for like 8 years. But whatever. It is what it is. Let's get the vacuum cleaner going. Yep, this is what I do. I freaking vacuum this place literally almost every night. But, you know, that's what I get paid the big bucks for. And by the big bucks, I mean nothing. Wow, well that's not bad. That was much faster than I thought it was going to take. Whew. All right. Well, it's not perfect. There's still a lot to clean, but we're getting somewhere. I was about to say something. No, I forgot. All right, you guys. So if you want, let's start building some of these jewels. Let me show you what, or not jewels. Let's build some of these single projectors, retrofits for the DSM. Let me show you what that's going to be, what that's going to require of us. Here. Chill here for a second. So, I got these that I pulled out of, basically, every time I do a jewel retrofit, I get this left over because I don't use these in there. And I've been saving them so that, there, let me see this real quick. And I've been saving these pieces right here so that I can do this jewel or this single projector retrofit very, very easily. And here's what, I mean, I have a video out on the page already, but basically what we need to do is we need to be able to mount that bracket. I print these. These are my own design. ITP. These fit in here, and then you just install a projector in there, and you're good to go. It's done, ready. So it's real easy, real simple. So I am going to start, I guess, doing this retrofit, whatever. Let me move you guys to a different camera setup. Ooh. Sorry about all the shakiness. There we go. Okay, let's go up a little bit. And we can just build them from here. Get my fancy schmancy templates out that are available online. These are available. Actually, let me turn you guys around so that I can see the screen, just in case somebody's saying something. You know what I mean? All right. So these templates are available online. If you haven't seen the video that I did on this exact mod, you should do it. You should check it out if you're trying to do this. But yeah, let's just get to it. This is real simple. Pop these off. Give me one of these guys. First, we're going to remove all these little brackets on the back of the headlight temporarily to give us access, give us a little bit of room to modify this. I don't know what this means, but whatever. Anyways, I got like 9,000 of these bulbs laying around. Probably go until what time is it? Go like until 10, and then we will take a break. Alright, that's disassembled. That's all we need to disassemble. Now, I just mark these up. This is very, I love this process. This is an awesome thing. This process is so streamlined, so smooth. Anyone can do it. But if you're looking for some headlights, you know, I can build them for you. This is where we drill. This guy's mad. Okay. Now, all I gotta do is grab my fancy schmancy drill. Drill these 4 holes. You don't want to push too hard when you're doing this, because if you push, you're going to break the ceramic. It does not play any games. You have to be very gentle with it. Ooh. See if I can drill this rounded part. Nice. Move you guys a little closer so you can see a little better. Now it really looks like there's somebody staring back at you. Crazy. All right, well, we got the holes drilled. Now I just have to mark up what needs to be cut off. And that is kind of I have somewhat of an idea because I have this piece that I've cut off of a previous headlight that I did. But it's kind of a cut it off and measure as you go and trial and error type of thing. So let's go ahead and mark this up. This here. I'm also not trying to take 8 years to do these, so hopefully my memory serves me well and I don't cut too much off, but I think that should be okay. Something like that. $9.47. All right. I'm actually not going to cut these in here because I do not want all the dust. Give me 1 second. I am not. Whoa. There we go. I'm not going to be cutting these in the basement down here because I do not want all of the dust going all over the place. Last time I did it, it was not fun. So I'm going to cut them in the garage. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I will have more updates, and like I said, I'm going to be live tomorrow at noon, continuing working on these single projector retrofits. I have 2 sets to build, so I'm going to try to get enough of these reflectors, because I'm still waiting on the headlights in the mail actually, but I do have some spare reflectors laying around down here, so I'm going to try to get 4 of them, 2 lefts, 2 rights, and that way I can have them pre-built essentially. That way when they come in, I pull the lens off, pull that reflector, the original one out, put my modded one in, and bake it back together, and that's it. That's as easy as that retrofit is. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave me a like, man. I would appreciate it. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow, bright and early at noon. Peace.